The building had a name once. Some old official title printed on a weather-worn sign at the front. But everyone just called it the block. 6 floors of tired concrete, like it had exhaled decades ago and never breathed again. Elevators that shuddered with every ride. Walls stained by time and stories no one wanted to tell. The paint on the doors had forgotten its original color. The mailboxes didn't lock, and the hallway lights flickered like they were afraid of the dark. It wasn't the kind of place where neighbors talked. It was the kind of place where people disappeared into their units like ghosts in hiding. Where smiles were rare, and kindness even rarer. But in apartment 3B, something was different. Her name was Alina, mid-30s, wore quiet colors. Worked at the public library 3 blocks away. She was the type of person you'd walk past in the street and not even notice, unless you looked into her eyes. Because in her eyes, there was something steady, like the flame of a candle that refuses to flicker, even when the wind picks up. But the thing people noticed most? Her door. It was always slightly open, not wide, just cracked, like an invitation, like a whisper. At first they thought it was careless. This wasn't the kind of building where you left your door open. This was the kind of building where people locked everything, hearts included. But little by little, something began to shift. The young mother in Forest Sill by her boyfriend, alone with a newborn, found diapers and a handwritten note on her doormat, "You re stronger than you think. If you need anything, I'm in 3B. The loud teenager from 5th, the one everyone avoided, came down one evening after yelling in the hallways. Alina had left her door open. He walked in like he was testing her. He left an hour later, holding a book and looking quieter somehow. Then there was Joe. Everyone knew Joe. He lived alone on the 2nd floor. Drank too much, spoke too little. One night he collapsed in the stairwell. People heard it. No one came, except Alina. She wrapped him in a blanket, sat next to him like a sister. When he woke up, confused, embarrassed, and broken, he asked her why she was helping him. She just said, "Because you matter." No one knew what exactly she believed, but something in 3B felt different. Like peace had moved in and refused to leave. People noticed. They didn't talk about it out loud, but they noticed. The hallway always smelled like fresh tea or baked bread. There was always music playing, soft, gentle, never loud. And sometimes, especially at night, when the building got too quiet and too sad, neighbors would pause outside her door, just to feel that warmth leaking out from the edges. Then came the blackout. A winter storm knocked out the grid. No lights, no heat, no phone service, elevators frozen, hallways black as night. The cold crept in fast and panic followed behind it. Doors slammed shut. Arguments echoed through the walls. Kids cried. And for a moment, it felt like the building itself was holding its breath. But then a flicker. A soft light from under the crack of one door. 3B candles lined the hallway now. Small, steady flames placed like breadcrumbs leading the way. Inside the apartment, it was warm. Lanterns glowed softly. Blankets and pillows covered the floor. Thermoses full of hot tea sat on the counter. Playlist hummed gently through a battery-powered speaker. Stack of phone chargers sat next to the wall. And in the center of it, Alina. She didn't say much. She just smiled and welcomed people in. By the hour, the apartment filled. The angry teen, the lonely mother. Joe. Even the woman who never left her apartment except to buy cigarettes came and sat in the corner, quietly weeping. Something sacred happened that night. No preaching, no performance, just presence, just peace, just love. Stop the video, go down, hit the subscribe button, and give us a like for more real stories. And Dan, forget to share it with your friends. Let's back to our story. When morning came, the lights returned. But no one wanted to leave. Someone finally asked the question that had been hanging in the air for months. Why do you do this? What makes you you? Lena looked around the room at the one strangers now wrapped in borrowed blankets and said gently, "Because Jesus said, you are the light of the world, not you can be, not you should try to be. Just you are. And when you live in a dark building, you don't wait for someone else to shine. You light your candle, you crack the door, you let people in." And that was the night 3B stopped being just an apartment. It became a symbol of what light looks like in human form, of how small kindness can defeat big darkness, of how one person without money, fame, or power can change everything. Just by refusing to hide or flame, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, so don't hide, shine, because someone, somewhere, is waiting for your light to guide them home. Hope you enjoy the story. Follow us on our social media. Goodbye.